So I'm going to move to questions and answers, which I know that I have somewhere. But I don't know who's got them from the BlackBerry again. Or BlackBerry questions. And if you all think about it too, and then I will look at these. Well, it's not a BlackBerry. Now we've moved to an iPhone. No, it is a BlackBerry.
Somebody sent a picture of you.
Well, we don't want to give them the picture of me. We want the question. I hope that wasn't me as a child. She had a baby picture on here, and I thought, it doesn't even look like me. Okay. Are skills effective taught individually as opposed to in a group? Thank you. I don't know. We've never compared them. We teach skills individually. The key thing to teaching skills is that you've got to teach skills and not let it develop into an individual therapy session on some other topic. And that takes a very focused skills trainer. But we do it in our lab. We particularly do it with people with social phobia, where we do individual as we work on their social phobia. Okay. Poor Perry over here has lost her voice. Thoughts about whether principles just reviewed for BPD has application to other mental disorders? I think I did address that. I don't know if Martin's going to talk about that. Martin and I, Martin having the largest research lab in the world on borderline personality disorder, also is a senior DBT therapist, researcher, and trainer. And we've had a lot of talks. DBT is really a principle-based treatment that allows you to move things in and out of it, and it's got guidelines for how to do that. So there's no good reason to believe that it wouldn't work for any disorder if there's already an evidence-based treatment. The real problem is that it's a question of figuring out what can we get rid of in DBT. Because, DBT is paid for almost everywhere in the United States now. Many people, you can go out of your insurance policy and insurers will pay for the whole thing. The individual therapy, the team, and the group. And the reason they do is because we save money, of course, by keeping people out of hospitals. So I don't, but there isn't a lot of research on other disorders. Okay. Do you think the word borderline is in itself invalidating? I think here's my thoughts about that. No, I do not. I'll say that. This is what I really think. It used to be that on the East Coast, everybody who was borderline was called complex PTSD. Okay, it's like you're not borderline, you're complex PTSD. And the West Coast people, everybody who's borderline is not borderline, they're rapid cycling bipolar. Okay, now why? Why is this? Okay, if you're complex PTSD, you're a victim and you're not a bad person. And on the West Coast, if you're rapid cycling bipolar, you're not a bad person either because you have a disease. Everybody knows bipolar is biological disease. And so the whole thing has been about how do you get borderlines not to be bad people, but here's the deal. Let me give you the really bad news. Did you know that people stopped liking complex PTSD people? And they also quit liking to treat rapid cycling bipolar. In other words, I don't think that changing names is going to change stigma. I think what we have to do is learn to love borderline people, people with borderline personality disorder. Because the name, now is the name off the wall? Yes. Do I agree with the name? No. Does it come out of a theory that we no longer hold? Yes. But someone else came up with another way to think of borderline, and it wasn't borderline between psychosis and neurosis. It was borderline on the edge. And so I think what we have to do is redefine what the borderline means and come up with a good meaning for it. And I'm forgetting, it could have been Martin. Somebody gave me a really good meaning for it at a meeting, but I can't remember what the meaning was. But it might have been on the edge, but it was on the borderline of the edge. I think being edgy, it's all right. Do we have more?
We have a lot more. What we thought we'd do
is what?
It's maybe have Marie Paul, Alan, do you want, and then have both of you come back up.
Oh, all right. Okay. I was good though I didn't go over just to say that. This was a miraculous event. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you.